Hello, everyone. Thanks again for tuning into our show this morning. We are fortunate to have a very special guest joining us today, an expert in the field of mortgage finance, Ken McMillan, who heads up the McMillan Group of Clarion Mortgage Capital. Let me tell you a little bit about Ken's career. He has 26 years as a veteran in the field of mortgage finance with over $2 billion of closed transactions. He has been a guest lecturer, a speaker, a trainer, as well as hosted a radio show. Ken is a certified mortgage planner. Ken, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Leslie. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, Ken, our viewers have several burning questions that they would like to ask you. And one of the first questions they would like to know is, what is going on in this crazy interest rate market?
Ouch. Boy, I think the best way to answer that is you don't want to be the last one in the shower when they flush the toilet. You've got to get out. You've got to get in the market at some point, and now is the time. We have home values that are half the price of what they were, interest rates at all-time record lows, and if that doesn't make a powerful 1-2 punch, I don't know what does. So I think that is what's driving this frenzy right now is people are realizing this, and they're seeing, hey, we're not waiting any longer. We're going to go for it, and it's just creating a huge frenzy.
So, Ken, this leads me to the million-dollar question. Have we hit bottom yet?
That is a great question, and I do get that a lot. I think what has determined whether we hit the bottom, at least in my eyes, is whether we have multiple offers on properties. When consumers, as I mentioned earlier, when consumers start to realize that prices have dropped so much that almost anybody can afford interest rates that are so low that it would be foolish not to jump in, you're going to have a multiple offer situation. That is 4 or 5 people trying to buy the same home, and we're seeing that now. So I think that signifies that we are reaching a bottom. I don't think we're there yet. I think we still have a little bit to go. But look, not everybody is going to catch at the bottom. It's hard. You're going to catch it right before the bottom, or you're going to catch it bouncing off the bottom. You can't get it at that point, really. So I think what's important to keep in mind is that if you're out looking for your dream home and you don't act, that dream home is going to be somebody else's dream home. And so I think you really need to be proactive again. Just get out there and see what is going on in this market.
Very interesting. I can see that it really pays to watch the market. We did have a question from one of our viewers that emailed in last week about the FICO scores. Is it true that lenders are raising the bar on credit scores these days? And if so, what kind of effect has this had? Ken?
Boy, oh boy. Yes, absolutely. At one point, 620 was an acceptable score. Now 740 is something that we look forward to. Doesn't mean you can't have 700 or 680. So there's a multitude of programs out there that we can put people into. But definitely the bar has been raised, and we do want to see a little bit better credit score. Now, the way that we handle that, and I think it's important to mention that not everybody has a 740 score. So the way that we work with this is through the pre-qualification process. We talk to a client, we'll pull a credit report, take a look at the scores. If they're not where they need to be, then we have time in which to massage those and get those up to the acceptable levels. We do that through a process most people wouldn't know, but it's called a rapid rescore. We'll work with the consumer, show them how to fix this, and then go back to the credit bureaus in a rapid process, be able to improve those scores in about 7 days.
Okay, that's great. Ken, thank you so much for being on the show, and we look forward to seeing you again next week.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So if you have questions that you'd like answered by Ken or myself, email us at lesliecaretti@yahoo.com, or you can call Ken directly, 949-481-6300. Your dreams matter.